Hey, how y'all doing? So, you want to learn how to get a beer and wine license or a full alcohol license in the city of Los Angeles?
What about outside Los Angeles?
Habib, please don't interrupt.
My name is Joe.
Joe? But you're wearing a... Joe, it is.
So what about outside Los Angeles?
Well, that's a little different, and we'll have to go over that in a different video.
Be sure to leave a comment below if you want to know what this fool is talking about, except other cities.
Now, that was not very nice, Joe.
Get on with it.
You are really annoying, you know that?
Get on with it.
If you'd stop interrupting, I would.
I am not interrupting. I am assisting our audience.
You're helping yourself get more screen time is what you're doing. Anyway, here are the 10 things you need to know to get your drink on here in LA. First thing you have to do is submit what the city calls a pre-app.
What is that?
It used to be a piece of paper that you filled out, scanned, and then sent back to the city. But now, this online form you fill out.
It sounds tricky.
Well, now it's done online, but before you submit your pre-app, you have to draw your plans.
Yes, and that would be a floor plan and a site plan.
Well, Joe, I'm impressed and surprised you knew that.
My brother owns a restaurant.
Well, good for him. Does he have his beer and wine license?
Yes.
Awesome. So he hired someone like us?
He hired me. This was before I knew you.
Okay, so what comes after the pre-app?
Then you wait for the city to write you back and send you an invoice to pay the pre-app about $500.
Right. And then what?
Then you get a check from the client, and then you go pay at the city, and then you go and scan and email back to the city the receipt that you paid.
Exactly. And then the city assigns you an appointment date for you to submit the rest of your exhibits. Isn't that right?
Yep. And this is where you prepare maps by a licensed map maker, printed plans, owner labels, and photos of the property.
I am really impressed, Joe. You know your stuff.
You get all that prepared, and then you wait for your appointments to go and give all of your exhibits to the city.
Which is where you get to pay them a big chunk of money, which is about $8,000 right now.
Then the waiting begins.
Ain't that the truth? Then you wait for the city to do their thing, and they arrange a hearing for the project.
Yep. Then you need to go talk to the cops, and the neighborhood councils, and the councilwoman or man's office.
And the cops don't even want to talk to you unless you have a hearing set for the project.
They're too busy.
Exactly. Then after all those meetings, you have a final hearing with the city, which is called a ZA hearing.
That stands for a zoning administrator.
Exactly. And if you're approved at the ZA hearing,
then you wait for them to write their approval letter full of conditions.
Exactly. Then when you receive that letter, you wait for a couple of weeks for the appeal period to end.
Then you make another appointment with the city to go in and show them the exhibits of how you're meeting the conditions they gave you.
Cameras, age verification devices, all these crazy things.
Then you get to go pay the city even more money for them approving you.
Isn't that crazy, Joe? You get approved at the ZA hearing, but then the city says, great, come on down and give us $5,000 more and we'll stamp your plans approved.
They stamp the plans, and you tell them who your ABC rep is.
That's the alcohol beverage control place.
Yep. Then when the city emails the ABC then tells Sacramento to release your license, or your client's license.
Then, a few weeks later...
More like months sometimes.
Well, they say they're backed up sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, they finally tell Sacramento to release your license, and then in a few weeks, it comes in the mail.
And that's how you'll get approved for booze in the city of LA.
That's right, buckaroos. So if you want to find out more, just leave your questions in the comment section below.
And if you like this video, be sure to click the like and subscribe button so we can keep our jobs.
And we'll be back week after week with more fun info on restaurants and building permits. See you next time.
Have a great one!